Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Real quick, if you're new to these videos, when I say live, what I mean is that this is not a situation where everything has already been recorded and now I'm coming back and talking about it or doing a voiceover or some sort of post commentary. I am recording myself, seeing everything live for the very first time. So if you want raw thoughts, raw reactions, raw emotions, you will get that with the video. If you want a nicely edited video, nicely scripted video, you will not get that with this video. But if you want the nitty gritty, dirty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, you will get that with this video. Now, to set up some context, we have a pretty unique event. We have an IPO, which is why there's nothing over here, because the IPO being an initial public offering, meaning the first time the stock is ever traded publicly for AirBnB, Airbnb. Maybe you've heard of them. And that's the idea here. It's an IPO. It's a very anticipated one, which I figured, you know what, why not try to get a video of it? I am actually already up on the day, $460. So I got a little bit of a cushion going in where, even if I lose $500, that wouldn't be fun to give away all my gains. But, within the grand scheme of things, okay, I'm down right around $40. And then, like I said, from a bigger picture perspective, as far as the week and the month is concerned, okay, I'd still be plenty green. So in other words, I'm not going to act like a degenerate gambler, but I do have a cushion that helps with the risk tolerance angle of things, knowing that I have a cushion going into it. And to set up a little bit more context, whoops, that's clicked on the wrong one. There we go. The tricky part about IPOs is you never quite know when they're going to open. Now, to be fair, it did say that the quotes would start at 10:10 a.m., the quotes being over here, and those things did start to light up. So I'll give them credit there. And then it's supposed to be 10:20 a.m. Or is it? Because that dreaded word right there, after. Okay, like 5 minutes after 10:20 a.m., 1 minute after 10:20 a.m., 2 hours after 10:20 a.m. All those are very real possibilities. That's always the tricky part with IPOs is there's not an exact set time. I would love to think that 10:20 a.m. is going to be literally when this thing starts to trade. That would be awesome. But, there's been situations where they can go a very long time without actually opening up. So ideally, I'm back here. I'm going to pause right now, but hopefully I'm back in about 5 minutes, which would put us at 10:20 a.m. Maybe I'll be back 30 minutes, 2 hours from now. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and pause. Well, it's officially 10:20 a.m. and nothing. I'd love to capture where it starts trading right away. The key to that would just be to watch here. It'll light up and start to go bonkers. But like I said, that doesn't necessarily mean that with that word after. Don't know, but I figured I'd at least get you updated here to kind of take you through the IPO journey as, So we had that 10:20 a.m. number. And we are now after, but did I mean 30 seconds after? 30 minutes after? Not 30 days after, no. It should be today, but how far after? We'll just have to wait and see, but that is the current update. For those of you that are maybe not aware, I do offer a private community, so as part of kind of taking you through this IPO journey, just like I said, I have the alert typed in right there. I haven't submitted it to the chat room, but I'm watching like a hawk. That way, as soon as this does open, I'll hit enter, let the community know that it's officially open. So I'm doing my best to nail it as close as possible to when it officially opens up. And then, of course, earlier I posted this to the room, just letting them know that, yeah, it's supposed to be 10:20, but again, that afterward is the tricky part. But like I said, got my alert loaded, typed up, ready to go, so that when this does start flashing, all I got to do is press that right here to get it submitted to the room, and then all members will be aware. But yeah, hopefully I'll be doing that sooner than later. Well, we are now going on 2 hours later from the last time I was here. I think the last time I did the update was 10:20, and it's 12:13, so we're coming up on 12:20, which would officially be 2 hours from when. But to be fair, it never said it would be at 10:20. Did say after, but at this point, after has officially been defined as basically about 2 hours after, but still nothing yet, but that is the current update. Well, just got a news release. I love the wording, 1:30 p.m., but around. So in other words, everybody's just guessing. Does around mean like before? So could it be out at like 1:28, 1:15? That's around. I mean, I don't know. Maybe 3:30. That's 2 hours. Is that around? So nobody knows. But that's the newest release out there, and plus it's CNBC. I'm not sure that's the most reliable source, but it's the best we have right now. I'm gonna go step away. I hate this feeling of being chained to my computer. This is the exact opposite reason of why I like to day trade. I like to do it for the freedom of things, and right now I feel totally chained to my computer. So I'm gonna go ahead and step away, and who knows? Maybe that'll be a mistake where a round is not even anywhere close to it. But if it opens up give or take within 10 minutes of 1:30. I'll be sure to be back by then. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna go hop on the spin bike, do a little exercise here. But I'll be back. I'm gonna go ahead and pause. It is 1:26 p.m. So we are around 1:30 p.m. We'll see if it happens or not, but got my biking in, feeling good, feeling re-energized, revitalized, but we'll see what happens. Okay, it's going to be 1:30 now. And nothing. So I guess, to be fair, they said around 1:30, but I thought, you know what, if it literally happened at 1:30, I'd get it on video, but it did not happen. So never mind, the wait continues. All right, we are underway as of about 5 seconds ago. So just want to watch this first opening candle here play out. Not shocking to see 150 being the level of resistance that would need to be broken. Like I said, don't want to take it on the first minute. The first minute candle, basically just a flat out gamble, and I'm not willing to do that. I need some information here. And the 1 minute, not giving you a whole lot of information, but it's giving information. Okay, bigger pullback here now. And what I like here is ABNB 148.25 upside break point. Yep, right around 148.25. Missed it. Let's see if it wants to pull back and back test me. Nope, totally missed it. Well, 150, holding as don't go. Please come back. Okay, there we go. Well, I missed that scalp as you saw live, but just getting started. So 150, that is definitely the line in the sand. I'd like to see it tested a couple more times and then get rejected back down. Or else it's just going to, if 150 falls, it's going to shoot. Nope, and there it goes, just like that. Oh, that 148.25. Oh, well, as you saw me type it up to members of the room, for anybody that got that, congratulations. I did not get it. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause for now, and we'll see if this thing wants to chill out or not. But yeah, as of now, bummer. And it just keeps going up. Doesn't even want to pull back. And as much as I would love to just chase right now, that's just not a good habit to have. Curious, I could see it getting rejected right up at 160. But again, yeah, I have no problem admitting right now that I want to chase, but that is just, even if it were to work out, that is not a habit. There's 160. And as expected, a whole lot of size up there at 160. It's going to have to play some sort of pullback at this point. If it does even want to pull back, or is this the little pullback right here? Having a buy order out there at 154. Nope, there it goes. Wow. Oh, and you saw me type up that alert at 148.25. Wow, is that? No, I'm not saying I'd still be holding it and making thousands upon thousands. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, yeah, that was the point. As much as I would love to chase, it's just not a good habit. And with IPOs, at least with most brokers, you can't short them. So you're pretty much, your hands are tied. You're forced to take them long. This thing just keeps grinding higher and higher. Would love to see a quick dump to the downside. That would be fantastic. I'll throw an order out there at 155, but I mean, I suppose it's possible. However, right now, oh so strong. So do have an order at 155. I'll go ahead and pause for now. All right, we're getting a pullback here. See it pull back a little bit more. You know what? I think this thing wants to go down and retest the VWAP. 152.75. I like it down at 152.75 now. Seeing how the VWAP is aligned with some other dynamics. Although, how low did that move actually go? 155.10. So I still wouldn't have been filled anyways. But this is why you don't chase right now. There are some people that were buying up here. How do those people fail? Now, to be fair, maybe they get bailed out. But, I mean, yikes. Well, that does make me feel better. Had I canceled my order at 155 and then it would have hit 155, that would have been, but it actually hit 155.10. So my original idea was 10 cents away from that pullback there. All right, I'm going to pause. 157 breaks, should get moving to the downside quite a bit. And there is the break, and it dropped $1 basically in the blink of an eye. I now have my new order down at 148. Looking for another sizable pullback. Not sure I'll get it. But that's the current plan. Interested also at 160.75, but as of right now, that doesn't look like it's going to be in play. If anything, right now, like I said, want to see that pullback. Ideally, it gets down to 150 and then a fast move below 150 that snaps down, fills me at 148, and then I can play a move back to the upside. Like I said, the key break to the downside is going to be 150 if the price can even test it. Right now, the price is at VWAP, which is that yellow line right there. So not totally shocking to see it bounce off there. Like I said, I'm liking the 148. But the big break, the big break is going to be, can it get down below 150? So I'll go ahead and pause, and we'll see if it can even make its way down to 150. And if it can, I'll get it rolling again, and we can at least watch if it breaks it or not. I do like 154 as an upside break point. Just picked up 500 shares. Like I said, looking for this to get up through 154. So there's the break of it. And all out there for $353. Still like more so the pullback play here. But I like that enough from a scalping perspective to make it a high probability trade. And I realized, Clay, you could have made a lot more. I do realize that. But the reason why it was a high probability trade, and I can't use the word guarantee, but I can use the word a very high probability trade, is because I chose to make it a scalp. But yes, I'm well aware of that. In hindsight, yeah, Clay, you'd be up so much more. You're right, but that's not, the more you go for, the less likely it is to happen, which decreases the likelihood that your strategy is actually going to work out. So again, I'll repeat that. Yes, I realize I could be making more, but my main play that I was wanting to see, as I've been describing, was just wanting to see the price pull back lower and lower and lower. Not necessarily this, but I was wrong. In hindsight, yeah, I should have held for longer. I would have made more, but I wanted to give myself, again, I can't use the word a guaranteed trade. I wanted to give myself a very, very, very high likelihood trade. And I did that by, again, just taking a very quick scalp. But if this thing falls again, I'm very interested to continue to see if this thing wants to pull back and play more of a bounce like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, let's be real. That trade that I was in, if you're not familiar with my screen, right there gives the time, lasted 13 seconds, and I made $353. I'm not a greedy savage. I'm not sure of many places in the world where you can make $353. Although I will say, I think the cherry on top here was members that decided to maybe play it differently than I did. So right there, talked about 160.75, mentioned that earlier, but then right there, you can say I made an update to the alert at 154. So any members that did play that 154 with me, congratulations. If they didn't scalp it out, and again, notice, I didn't tell anybody to scalp it. It's not a group of sheep. We're a room of wolves. We work together, but everybody's going to think for themselves. Everybody's going to make the final decision. So yeah, sure, I threw out the 154 mark, but as far as how you want to play it, whether that be a scalp, whether you wanted to go for more, and again, going for more would have been the right way to go, then that's up for each individual member to decide. We're not a group of lemmings and sheep and blind little monkeys that just want to follow people. No, join my community only if you want to learn how to think for yourself, only if you want to be an independent trader. But then still very, very curious about the 150 mark, because I think that if that 150 mark is broken, I think 148 still has a very real chance of happening. But if it doesn't happen, oh well, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm still made $353 on it. And I mean, for the day now, I'm up $810. So I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world if I don't actually get the trade set up that I want. But that's the current game plan. And here it's starting to move again. As I talked out loud to you and heard myself talk, you know what? There's really no need, even at 148. Let me just do 147.50. And if 147.50 never happens, then like I said, just talking out loud to you kind of made me realize, yeah, who cares? I'm up $810 on the day on this one. But I'll go ahead and pause for now. But again, to those of you members that, first off, to any member that got 148.25, yeah, a big congratulations to you. Oh, here we go. Let me get that in place here. 147.50, double checking. So again, the idea here is it should struggle to break through 150, but if it can break through 150, it should move very quickly. But again, to those of you members that got 148.25, that original alert, that, I mean, you literally saw me type it up. A big congratulations to you. For any members that got the 154, good job. What did that move? That moved a good, basically $3 in your favor. All right, here we go. Did it even hit 150? Nope, not even quite that. I'm wondering, do you think it's possible that this thing wants to actually go down there and revisit those lows? Or am I crazy? I might be crazy, but maybe I should just wait for some and try to play some sort of double bottom off of 145. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm a crazy, greedy savage to think that that's actually possible. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw that order down there at 145 and look to play a double bottom. We have this area where it bounced from before. So if this thing wants to come down there and then give me a snap back to the upside, that's what I'm going to stick to. And if it doesn't happen, then oh well, it's still going to be just fine of a day. In fact, let me get that alert in the chat room again. So let's see here, A, B, and B. Potential double bottom bounce from 145 coming. All right, it's approaching 150. Like I said, look at that. And wow, that was okay, how low did that go? Okay, never even hit 148. So that makes me feel good because it broke through 158 and it did snap down, but it never snapped down as much as I would have liked it to. Here we go. Let's get moving. Oh, actually, that low is 144, isn't it? Whoops. Let me get that updated in the room here. There we go, 144. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause, and we'll see if that comes about or not. Well, it is bouncing from now, and I really need to move on with my day. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is so late for me. I'm usually never looking to trade this late, but of course, exceptions to the rule. And an IPO of a very well-known company is an exception to the rule. But I'm going to go ahead and call it good. Now, if you are interested in getting these same exact types of alerts, and like I said, I'm not patting myself on the back because I totally missed my own alert, but that 148.25 alert, I mean, that thing was right on the money. And you could have gotten that same alert. You could have had to press the button a little quicker than I have gotten filled there. But the point being, if you want those alerts, if you want my personal watch list and everything in real time like you saw play out here, just go to claytrader.com/team. And I'll use the $99, which is for 3 months, not per month, but for 3 months. So the question just becomes, and that number breaks down to $8.25 per week. So the question becomes, all right, if I invest in $99, do I believe I can get at least $8.25 per week of value? If you think you can get at least $8.25 per week of value, then you will get a great return on your investment. So I hope you decide to give it a try and sign up. Also, as far as these live trade videos are concerned, if you enjoy these, they're not very easy to make. There's a lot going on for me. I got to talk to you. I got to think for myself. I got to think for the community in terms of making alerts. I've got to type those alerts. I've got to press the buttons for myself, which I kind of failed to do here with that 148.25 mark. But the point being, a lot of stuff going on, but they are doable. But I just want to make sure that these are worth my time. And a very quick way for you to communicate to me that, yes, Clay, these are worth your time, hit that like button, leave a simple comment. Thanks. A thumbs up emoji, a smiley face emoji, a rainbow emoji, a sun sign emoji. I don't care. Something as simple as that little comment and hitting that like button communicates to me that you do enjoy these videos. And as long as I know that there's interest out there, I will continue to make videos like this. So just communicate that to me. And then also check out the channel. I'm not a big fan of when people are like, subscribe to my channel. It's like 10 seconds into their video. But at the end, if you enjoyed this video, also hit that subscribe button. There's lots of other videos. There will be other live trades, assuming that there's interest in these that continue to come out. So hit that subscribe button, as I'd love to have you as a subscriber. But again, if you want my personal watch list, if you want those same types of alerts that like you saw play out here, just go to claytrader.com/team. Would love to have you join the community. Everybody take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.